and welcome today to our final summary video of Bite the Bullet here on FIFA 16. The Luis Suarez special item Road to Glory that we've been doing. We've been going through the 92 Suarez, the 93 Suarez, and we even managed to have the 94 Man of the Match rated Luis Suarez along this Road to Glory. So today what I thought I'd do, since as we've finished playing the games, that I would do some sort of like awards ceremony, talk about some of the best goals we've scored, talk about some ratios for the three Suarezes that we've used, and that sort of thing. So if you could kick off this video today by smashing a thumbs up on the video, that'd be absolutely awesome. Let's, I don't know, try and smash 3,000 likes. That'd be absolutely epic. So, the first thing we need to do is go through all of the three Suarezes that we used and have a look at their goal to game ratios, that sort of thing, see how productive they were, and see if along the road, as we upgraded the Suarezes, did they get better over time. So, the first one, of course, was our 92 rated second informed Suarez. That's what we started this series with. He's got this awesome dynamic picture, which I really liked about him, and actually, he got a hell of a lot of goals. He got 27 goals and 1 assist in just 13 games that we played with him before he was upgraded and we used the 93. In terms of like ratios, that's over 2 goals a game, 2.07, but not a very good assist ratio. He didn't really get involved there. He was the one scoring as opposed to playing it through to his teammates. So overall, he can get a 2.15 rating, which means he's done at least 2 things that are counted on the record every single match, which is crazy. So it was never meant to be anything but a second informed Suarez Road to Glory, but throughout the series, only 6 or 7 episodes in, we encountered a new Suarez on the game. So of course we had to upgrade and get the best possible one at that given time, and that of course was the 93 rated Suarez. Now, he got this for being in the team of the group stage, and he didn't get a special picture for it. It's just his regular face. This was why I was a little bit hesitant to go from the second inform to the third inform. However, we did so, and his goal to game ratio wasn't quite as good. He played 17 games, got 21 goals, but he did get 5 assists, which is something the other Suarez didn't. So in terms of goal to game, 1.23, over a goal per game. He seemed to assist a goal every sort of 3 matches or so, and overall comes out at doing just over 1.5 things that could be recorded every single match. Now literally a couple of weeks after that happened, Suarez managed to go ahead and get himself a man of the match. He got an orange card, which is crazy, and we managed to get hold of one of those as well. He was now 94 rated, you know, the best version of him at that very given time. Loads of better stats, all that sort of stuff. But in terms of actual ratios and stuff, in the end, we finished this series with this Suarez. He played 42 games, got 42 goals, and 11 assists. Now, you can tell straight off the bat that as a 1.0 goal to game. He scores 1 goal every game, on average. But he actually got the most assists out of any of the Suarezes, and that is possibly due to the fact that we played more games with him. Overall, he comes out at the worst overall ratio for a Suarez that we've used along the whole way. 1.26 things per game he did. This leads me on to the next section of the video, which was the best Suarez throughout the entire series. So, although I might say to myself, I really love the orange one, the card looks sick, I used him for the most time, I really enjoyed him, we had some good fun doing it. If we talk numbers, it's the first one we used. The second informed Suarez performed the best for us out of all 3 that we actually use, which is pretty crazy. Now, of course, there are certain things which can explain why this is the case. First off, we used that first Suarez at the start. You know, we had lower rated players. He was definitely a key figure in the team, and of course we were coming up against inferior opponents. This meant that I was going to get the ball to Suarez as often as I could and take the shot with him, because he was better than the bronze players or the silver players that I was using at the time. And then as the series progresses, 1, we come up against more difficult opponents, and 2, actually the team around us improves. So at the end there, I was using the third, you know, the man of the match Suarez, with the likes of Neymar and Messi and team of the season, or team of the year, Iniesta should I say. There's more players there that are more likely to get involved and that I'm actually more likely to take a shot with, rather than just think about passing it off to Suarez so that he can get the goal. So that might sort of explain it, and I enjoyed using all 3 of them exactly the same amount. They were all very, very fun to use. So let's get on to some of the best things that happened and some of my favourite things throughout this series. And the first one we're going to talk about is which was my favourite hybrid. So we used 3 hybrids throughout this series. The first one was this one right here. It was a regular 4-3-3 featuring the likes of Pogba, Neymar, some pretty awesome players, but not the best. The second one we used was a 4-3-2-1. Now we upgraded slightly. We had things like 3 informs in the squad. We had Royce, we had Messi in there. And then the third and final one we did featured the likes of Neymar again, but we also had second inform Bale. We had the likes of Chiellini in the team, a couple of overpowered silvers as well. But if I had to pick my favourite out of those 3, I would definitely go with the second hybrid that we used. I can't remember who out of you guys sent me the squad on Twitter. So many of you did, so massive thanks for all of that. But I think the fact that we had like that Thiago Silva at the back, he's rock solid. We had Royce, we had Messi in the squad. This was really my favourite hybrid out of the lot. And now we need to talk literally my favourite squad out of everything. So the 3 hybrids that we used, the Barca Squad, the La Liga Squad. This was the Barca Squad, and I have to admit it comes in close second as my favourite squad here. This is my second favourite squad out of the lot, simply because at the end you've got Messi, Suarez, Neymar, and of course Team of the Year Iniesta as well. That's just such a dominating force up front, it's crazy. But my favourite squad was the La Liga. I actually really did like what we did with the La Liga. There's a bit more sort of freedom there. You've got people like Godin coming into the squad. Of course, Team of the Year Modric, one of my favourite players on the game. And Sif Bale as well. He was an absolute masterpiece. I really do like him. It was just an awesome squad. If I could combine them a little bit more, I would have perhaps tried to get Messi and Bale and Suarez in a team, as well as Neymar, as well as Modric and Iniesta. It's not really possible to do, but those were some of my favourite players throughout the entire series. Now it's time to reward someone that I played online. Now I'm going to show you a couple of goals that were scored against me, and I'm going to probably pick one that was my favourite. So the first one right here, the ball is picked up by Memphis Depay. Now I was already 4-0 up in this game, so I wasn't expecting to get done there and then for him to score a goal like that. It was actually a very good goal, and I seem to remember at the time thinking, you know what, well done mate. That second goal was an absolute banger from Inler of all people. And then this, I think, is the best goal that was scored against me in the series. Andre Schürrle doing my defence with a nice skill move and just a lovely, lovely goal. It really was a great one, and that was the best goal scored against me. Now we move on to what was the strangest moment of the entire series, and let's get straight on into it. It was definitely this free kick from Suarez here. I power shotted it. It was such a good free kick. The goalie picks it up but lets it in at the same time. He literally saved it and then walked into the back of the net. That is definitely the weirdest occurrence that's happened to me all series long, and probably in the entirety of FIFA 16. Next up today, we're going to talk about the best goal that I scored with Suarez throughout the series. And I've got, I think, 4 here in my locker that I really enjoy. This first one was a good ball from Toni Kroos, and just he hits it quite early. And I love that. I love that it sinks into that far corner. A really nice goal, a really solid strike from an amazing player. Again, I can't remember which Suarez scored these goals. This one right here was a couple of times we done him with 4-star skill moves and then slotted it into the top corner. I like the ability to do the defenders with skill moves sometimes, and the Berber spin is probably one of my favourites. Now this is my second favourite goal of the entire series. I think we just do so many players, and that shot felt like it had so much power behind it. It was ridiculous. Love how he just banged that one into the back of the net. And a bit of a controversial one, my favourite goal of the entire series is actually this. And I think it's because the way he hits this ball is so very strange and so very weird. It's just so very different. It's not the sort of goal that you see every day, but it wasn't something particularly special. I just loved the way that he was getting pushed off the ball and he nudged that ball into the top corner. It was just a sublime goal in my opinion. So those were the best goals that I've scored with Suarez throughout the series. What about actually his teammates, other players that I was using along the way? So I've got 3 goals here which really stand out for me. The first one, Kroos plays it into Modric. This is Team of the Year Modric, and he absolutely bangs it from distance and it goes in off the post. That might be, I don't know if that's my favourite. That's such a sick goal, and Team of the Year Modric does that for me week in, week out. I absolutely love him on this game. He's such a great player. And then Messi scores this. Now that's that's an absolute cracker. I'm not going to lie. He scored a couple of good goals in that particular game. That was quite recently, so I remember that quite well. But that was just so top bins. That was awesome. A lovely goal. But I think this might be the best, because it's, again, very, very different. Konoplyanka plays it in, and I think that's regular Bale at the time, scores that back heel goal at the near post. I think that's such a sick finish. An absolute worldie from Gareth Bale. What a great goal. So we're left with one category left to talk about now today. It is the best free kick in the entire series. Now, I've only got 3 that I want to show you, because these are the standout ones, and they're all, of course, from Suarez. But the first one is this one right here, 20-something yards out, and it's a power free kick into the back of the net. It wasn't quite top corner, but I love power free kicks, and all 3 of these are power free kicks. And I just think that was a really nice goal. It wasn't the most accurate or anything. Is this one better? Well, he power free kicks it from a little bit closer in, and I think it's better because there was a player on the line. I think he had one more obstacle in the way, although looking at it now, that player's the wrong side of the post. But I think this is my favourite one. 33 yards out. Yeah, that's definitely the best. That's the best free kick we've scored this series. 33 yards out, power free kick. Guy on the line, that is top bins as well. Absolute worldie of a strike. The best goal in the free kick category that we've scored this year. So that's it. That is my Bite the Bullet Suarez series over and done with. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for the support throughout. I know towards the end I didn't upload it as much as I would wanted to. So that's something that I need to bear in mind for the next series. I want to do, I don't know if I'm going to tell you who it's going to be around. I've got another idea. I'm still working a few things out. But hopefully by this weekend, I will be bringing out the intro series, intro video, should I say, to a new Road to Glory series. I know a lot of you guys like this sort of format, so it will be relatively similar. I'll change a few things up. We'll base it around someone different. And I'll catch you next time on another Road to Glory series here on FIFA 16. Thanks for watching. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.